Hi everyone, I'm Kai Ciancio.
And I'm Julia Goldhirsch, and this is the Tailwind Flash Briefing.
In July, Google announced a new policy surrounding clickbait ads. We're all familiar with clickbait ads. These are ads that are seen with really sensational text and advertising imagery. And the purpose of these ads is to intend to drive traffic to websites by pressuring users to take immediate action in order to understand the full context of what they're seeing in the ad preview. This is a little bit controversial from an advertising standpoint because these ad shots that utilize clickbait messaging usually have really zoomed in body parts. They have mugshots or real life accidents or disasters in order to get people to take action and to go learn more at that website. The reason why these are a little bit more of a controversial way to entice users to click on an ad is because it plays on the feelings that users have of guilt, fear, or strong negative emotions to pressure the users to take immediate action on the ad.
So, do you find these types of ads to be effective?
So, when it comes to clickbait specifically, they are effective in driving very superficial traffic. And the reason for that is because people are just going to learn about one aspect of this ad. And then after they learn that information, they're going to bounce from your site. It is effective at driving traffic, but not necessarily the most qualified traffic that marketers and advertisers might want to see on their websites.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I've had experience with that where something may have caught my attention. I've clicked on the link that leads to the website. It's typically not leading to a conversion for me.
Exactly. And I feel like the reason why it's not necessarily the greatest practice is because you're leaving users at the edge of a message. It's kind of like the simile of dangling a carrot in front of an animal's face. Instead of doing that, if you provide the full context up front, then people know what they're getting themselves into. And so it will just lead to a more authentic way to present your message as a brand.
So, Coors Light is giving away 500,000 free beers during COVID-19. Earlier this month, 93-year-old Olive Veronese went viral after being photographed holding a sign that read, "I need more beer." In response, Coors Light delivered 150 beers to her free of charge. Now, Coors Light wants to give away 500,000 more to people who tweet why they deserve it with the hashtag "could use a beer." Selected users will then receive a 6-pack of Coors Light in the form of a rebate via PayPal, and Coors will cover receipts submitted up until June 15th.
Do you believe that this is an effective strategy for smaller companies to use as well, or do you think this will only be achieved for well-known brands?
I think that this is something that's really going to appeal more to the more successful brands that are larger, just because the main tactic with this really revolves around grabbing attention. And because Coors Light is such a well known brand and they have that large reach, they're able to make this fairly successful by getting a lot of different people to get involved with it. But for those smaller companies, it may be difficult to have that same reach and therefore the same impact. So, Kai, can you think of any other marketing campaigns that are similar to this one that you found successful?
Yes, I can actually. And so I have two examples for this. One comes from when I interned at Nestle Waters, and one of their products at Nestle Waters is the San Pellegrino sparkling fruit beverages, which are, if you don't happen to know them, I highly recommend you try them. They're really good, especially if you try to mix them with a little bit of alcohol. Um, didn't get that from anyone at the company, just tried it on my own afterwards. But what they like to do, and a lot of companies like to do this, is more of the surprise and delight marketing tactics. And so what Coors Light is trying to achieve here is that it's very much trying to surprise users by delighting them with their product. And so Nestle Waters did the same thing the summer I interned with them. And so we happened to just be able to go on the streets of New York and hand these products out to people. And of course, this helps with two things. It helps with product trial, which if you're enticing users to engage with your brand who have never tried your product before, it can lead to further sales down the line. But it also helps with overall brand awareness. If you're just going out in the streets and you have a truck full of products, but real life people are going to be like, wow, what is that? I'm interested and I want to engage more. And even another one that it's way more common that I feel like a lot of college students can relate to is the Red Bull campus crews that often show up to lecture halls and start handing out Red Bull cans to the users that are sitting in their 3-hour lectures.
Yeah, I can definitely second that point. As someone that just recently graduated college, I have had many experiences with all of the Red Bull people on campus. And it's definitely been a fairly effective way at getting their name out, at least across our college campus.
And so going back to Coors, do you think, Julia, that you'll actually reach out and engage with the hashtag on Twitter like Coors suggested?
I think for me personally, I would not go ahead and do the tweet with the hashtag, but I definitely have seen some friends of mine do it. And I think it's a pretty easy way for people to engage with the brand and at least attempt to get some free beer. So, not a total miss for Coors, that's for sure.
Well, I'm Kai Ciancio.
And I'm Julia Goldhirsch.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Tailwind Flash Briefing. Be sure to subscribe and stay up to date on more video content from your favorite digital advertising agency. Bing!